What's up, everyone? Hey, I know most of the coaches that I know that coach high school wrestling or high school sports in general are also teachers, which is really a pretty big advantage for you as a coach because as a teacher, you understand pretty strongly and clearly the relationship between teaching and learning. And as you sit in front of a class of students, if you're not engaging and if you're not exciting a little bit, then you're going to have a hard time bringing those students along. They're not really going to be that into what you're teaching. And we've all had those teachers that sit up there and they just lecture the same way, the same day or every day, and it isn't exciting and it's just really bland and boring. And that's not what brings learning to life. And it's the same way in your coaching. Sometimes we wear a teacher hat and then we put on our coaching hat and they're not the same. But the reality is they're pretty similar, right? You got to mesh those two together because you have a big advantage of having a teacher and the psychology of teaching, because it's no different with your athletes. If you stop being exciting and if you stop learning and if you stop trying to come up with new and better ways to help them understand their development, they're going to look at you like that same teacher that never changes the lesson plan. Bland and boring. And it's really hard to get guys excited about that or girls excited about that because nobody likes bland and boring. And so use your teacher skills, understand your athletes, and they want to learn, but also they want someone to follow. And so if they see you learning and trying and building yourself, they're also going to have that same desire to learn and try and build themselves. And there's a really good connection that comes through that where student and teacher learn together. And as you do that, there's just a really strong connection that is built, which brings that team aspect into light. That's what a lot of people miss. They have like coach athlete, but they don't have like the coach athlete together. And so work on that with your athletes. Help them see that you're interested in learning and growing yourself. And that's going to take them to that next level where they now see, oh, my coach is doing the same things I am. He's trying to learn. He's trying to get better. And so now they get excited about the same things. And so when you come in there and you're talking, it's not just like some blah, 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 but it's actually real and exciting. And so use those tips, use your personality, use all the things that you've been blessed with to interact and connect with your athletes that way. And most of all, don't stop growing, right? That's one of the biggest faults and challenges of our life is that we get to a certain level and we kind of cap out and we get bored and we get tired and then we get lazy. And so make sure you're trying to keep that fire burning, keep learning, keep growing. Find what it is that makes you excited and then pursue it. Find what it is that makes your athletes excited and then relate that to your athletes. And you'll be surprised at how fast and how connected you and your athletes become as you build those connections that way. So just go out and give it your best shot, keep building, and go in and do really good things out there. You know, that's your job as a coach, is to influence and be that influence.